morning. Today it is Friday, January 6th. The year is 2023. It's been a long week. It's kind of crazy. Ran out of gas in my truck. I don't know how that happened. Then got a flat tire. So I ended up it's just been a nightmare. I have never driven a car until it ran out of gas in, decades. Maybe I was just so damn busy taking care of stuff and then wasn't paying attention on the phone talking, and the thing had beeped and buzzed, and finally the whole screen lit up and the car said, "Okay, motherfucker, this is it, end of the road." Luckily, I was able to get up, I was able to use the device to find a gas station right by, and I was able to slowly ease my way up there, and along the way, got a flat tire. So got the gas. I had to go to a couple of different tire shops. I'm not sure how I got that flat tire. It's just very weird. This is a bad day, I guess. But anyway, today is Friday. Made it to the end of the week. I was over here. Today is supposed to be my day to clean up this house, y'all, but I'm tired. I don't feel like doing shit in this damn house. Basically, I did the vacuuming. I need to do some more vacuuming. I need to move some. Sometimes this dog hair gets under the little hair balls, get on the furniture, so I need to kind of shift the stuff around and get under there and vacuum it. But it's a nice cold day outside. The weather is cool. But I just got to notice they're quiet now, right? I got some doggy treats. I put all the toys up and got some doggy treats, and I just gave them to them when I sat down here to eat, to make the video. So you can see they just, one of them right here just enjoyed his dog. That's Grayson. I'm going to eat my little doggy treat. I should have brought that bag of doggy treats over here with me so that I could, because in a second, going to be wanting some more doggy treats. But anyway, a friend of mine opened up a restaurant, you guys. He opened up a restaurant a little over a year or so ago. I can't remember if he opened it up before the pandemic or after the pandemic. Or maybe it was open before the pandemic and he shut down and he had to reopen. Very nice restaurant, a very nice part of town. He's been in the restaurant business for many years. As we all know, there's difficulty hiring workers these days because it's, such a limited. There's not a lot of workers to be found. So when he was hiring his workers, I had a conversation with him. He said he was trying to have a diverse workforce at this particular restaurant because where it's situated at. But because there was such a limited amount of available workers that he could hire that showed up for interviews and showed up for work, there were some instances where he hired folks and they never showed up. He ended up hiring a predominantly, 100% all black workers in this restaurant. He said it's the first time he's ever had 100% all black workforce in any of his restaurants he's owned for many years. He said it's been hell on earth. He said it's just been, he's had a very difficult time getting his staff to do minor things like show up on time, be punctual to work, get along with each other. And that was his biggest issue. They can't get along with each other. Constantly bickering, fighting, or arguing, or just a colossal mess. They ain't and I had to remind him, I said, this might be an issue that's really explains why the black community is in such chaos that it's in, because we just don't like each other. We don't get along very well. We don't like taking direction from each other, instructions. We don't want somebody in a figure of authority over us in management if they black. It's just very weird to me. Now, I've only worked a few jobs as an adult, but in those few instances I did work those jobs, I noticed the tension between the black management team and the black workers. And workers, black folk, period. There was just too much tension. And I again stressed him, I said, you need to begin trying to hire more diverse workers. You need Hispanics, you need whites, you need Cubans, you need whatever, you need it more. Because if we continue down this path, the morale of the restaurant, the customer service of the restaurant, which is starting to, because whatever's going on in the background in that restaurant is starting to seep over into how customers are being handled, how food is being processed, the orders, and just instead of everybody working as a team together, it's not working out that way. And I said, you may have to just, go back to the drawing board, reevaluate your hiring process on what you're paying people. I mean, I know you can't pay them I don't know what you can do to attract quality workers to a place these days, but I have heard this from many people who own businesses. They're trying to find good workers, and our community it ain't working. Especially with so many people on drugs now. So many people on drugs. And that's another issue. He said that he doesn't like for them to show up there smelling like weed. That doesn't show very well out in the restaurant when he has waiters and servers or wait staff, and they smell like weed, and it's just a bad situation. I feel sorry for him because he's trying to have a successful business. He's got a great concept, but he didn't hire all the niggas in there. I mean, let's just keep it real. He hired a bunch of niggas in there. He hired what he could get for whatever reasons, so he's still having to deal with that chaos and confusion. I turned that heat on, get kind of hot in here, maybe because I'm drinking coffee too. But I just wonder, what is the issue? Why we, just can't get along with each other? And it also reminds me of my family here being on New Year's Day and all that drama that took place here. Particularly with my drunk sister, her crazy ass. She can't come over here no more. I just realized I spent some time to think about I should never even entertain her bull crap, but I can't have ignorant people around me. I'm just too old to be dealing with a bunch of ignorant ass niggas. I don't care who you are. Just get the fuck away from me. I don't want to be bothered. Yeah, the sun is coming out. It's beautiful outside today. But here we are in January 2023. I think black people, black Americans in particular, going to have a rough road ahead over the next few decades if they don't get their shit together. This drugs and drinking has created a huge, major problem. And as more states make marijuana legal, black folks, y'all thought liquor was bad. Wait till they get on this damn weed. They're just brain dead. Bunch of brain dead niggas. You get on that damn weed, it's a wrap. And as more and more states make weed legal and people have access to it, I personally don't get high. Never have, never wanted to. Never had a desire to. I had one edible maybe once or twice, and after that I said, never again. I did a video about that shit. I said, nah, it ain't for me. I think back to that situation where that young man went over there and shot and killed that at the auto body shop. I think he was on some, I bet you he had been smoking some weed or something. That's some kind of paranoid. That nigga could have been just crazy, period, too. Niggas are crazy. He's thinking about selling the restaurant or shutting it down because of this issue. And I'm like, wow. Could have a successful business. The staff is just so horrible. And in fact, this is what he said, because of the last few years, he's for the first time ever considering getting out of that industry altogether. He said, because it's just not working out. And he's been doing this for years. He said it might be time for him to find something else to do. And he wasn't the only person that told me this. Another friend of mine, he runs a nightclub here in Atlanta. And I always thought he enjoyed what he did at the nightclub because, and the truth is starting to come out. He hated it. And I said, ooh. He hated it because he hated the niggas that come in as the customers. He hated the niggas he had to deal with as his staff. He hated it. Just dealing with black folks will make you want to slap the dog shit out of one of their fucking asses. And I'm not saying because I can hear y'all now, white people. Yeah, I know y'all love me, white folks. Let me talk about niggas, black folks, and the bullshit that we have to dealing with each other. My friend he got that nightclub. He made it clear. Oh, you finished your doggy treat? Yeah, it's delicious. He ate it all up looking for my Snoop. I should have brought that bag over here. I don't have none over here. There ain't none over here. They're back in on the kitchen counter. So go on back over there and sniff around and see if you can find something else to eat on until I get finished. I knew it. I knew it. It was just a matter of time. I knew it. But that's okay. I got this shoe on my foot. I'm going to take it off and threaten his ass with it. Beat your ass with it. Kick. Move it. And he runs from this. But it's quiet. But anyway, my friend owns that nightclub. They open at 3, 4 in the morning. He has to hire all the security. They're fighting, acting a fool. He says he's never seen fights so bad before. Horrible fights all night long. Then the club is shut down. They got to clear them out the parking lot, get them out the street because they have these new laws now that if the police come over to your restaurant and stuff, you get so many citations, they're gonna shut you down. So he had to hire more police officers, more staff, security, try to clear off this parking lot, just bring people in, bring in police cars, all kinds of stuff. The niggas still out there acting a fool, even with the police standing there in the. Even with the Grayson, okay, that's just ridiculous. Grayson, come here. No. He said even with the police out there in the parking lot, even with the police out there, they still out there acting a damn fool. They're still out there acting a fool. Grayson. Okay, let me give him another doggy biscuits out there because he got this toy. Grayson, come here. Bring me that toy. You went and found another one, huh? Bring me that toy. Bring it to me. Give me that damn toy. Come here. Look. Let's add something over there. Deliver his ass over here. Come here, Grayson. Yeah, but he said them niggas be out there fighting in that damn parking lot. Police out there trying to break them up. They had people get arrested out there. And I'm like, he said, I'm sick of it. Black folks, y'all, we are in a bad situation, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse. Let me get this doggy treat. I'll be right back. And I'm back when I got some doggy treats. Yeah, but black folks, y'all, if we continue down this path the way we're going, this is 23. I would have thought black people would have been making major improvements with the age of technology, the age of computers, in the age of so many amazing opportunities. But here we are stuck with dealing with all this violence and ignorance and stupidity and drugs and drinking and foolishness and fighting and all kinds of crazy stuff. How you this man got a nice restaurant up there and your wait staff is in the back about to throw blows, about to fight, physically fight in the back of this restaurant. And of course the people outside sitting at the table wondering what's going on back there. Folks ain't gonna come back in that restaurant for that foolishness. Gotta get them niggas up out of there. Shit, if I own the place, listen, if I own a restaurant, I'd be looking at Hispanics only. I import some blacks in from Africa, some Haitians or something. Because you niggas here done lost our damn minds. I don't even know what to even say. We're dealing with black folks in this day and age, it just leaves you wondering. And of course, we not all like it. Black people here, yeah, but you know this, y'all. We ain't in the clubs fighting, trying to kill each other in the middle of the night. We not be asleep. We not running around here fighting each other at work. I don't know what y'all do at y'all jobs and work sites and places like that. Y'all might be back there going to blows. Who knows? I don't know. I remember a few years back, my nephew was working at one of these. He was working at one of these. I never forget this happened. He was working at one of these delivery companies. In fact, it was UPS, and he was a supervisor or something like that. And I never forget this because he ended up he got jumped at work by these guys that I guess they didn't like. I don't know what happened there, I know he was in a supervisor position, and he ended up getting into physical confrontation with a group of them guys up there at their job, and it was a big mess about this. And they ended up arresting them guys, and they had to go to court and all this different stuff. But I wasn't sure what led up to this. Because I was like, they jumped at his job. Like, well, back then, I was kind of naive about that shit. But now, speaking of such, there was an incident here at the cookout on Memorial Drive, on Moreland Avenue in Atlanta, where this young woman a pregnant woman was stabbed, had to fight one of her co-workers. I don't know. It's not getting better for us, though. And also, like I said, a lot of people got sense they moving out of these urban areas and moving further out into places. I have a friend who just purchased a home somewhere on the other side of Macon. Beautiful house. I said, brand new construction. That house was gorgeous. I said, where's this at? On the other side of Macon somewhere, down in the country. He said it was on 10 acres. He said it out in the middle of nowhere. So, I think of people who got any sense that they're leaving these urban areas, they realize this is not getting better. And they want to go take their family someplace else. Now, my friend who just bought this house out here on the other side, Warner Robins, somewhere up in there. The house it's new construction, it's on 10 acres. He's married, he got children, he taken him out of he was already in the birds, but I guess he said he's going to go a little bit further south. But maybe job work related or something. That house they got is beautiful. It was a very nice home, and I don't know what he paid for it. I mean, it's in the middle of Georgia, so I don't think. I meant to have to go online and look it up. But anyway, I just think it's kind of odd. Here we are in 2023, and we're stuck. We're stuck, and not only just people. And I look at my family members; they're stuck. Y'all, these niggas are stuck. Someplace I don't want to be, and I don't want to be stuck with them. The ignorance, the arguing, the name calling. It was just like, okay. Oh, I forget. One of my friends, one of my associates, we're friends actually, but he had to put his mother out on Christmas Day. He said she was drunk, acting fool. He had to put her out of his home. They were having a Christmas dinner. His mother was drunk. She got drunk and started acting food, and he put her out, and his sister had to take her back over to wherever she was living at. But he put her out of the house because he just had enough of his own mama. I said, that's pretty bad. You have to throw your own mama out your house on Christmas Day. But he said his mama get drunk and act a fool. And he had to get rid of her on Christmas Day. And he said, matter of fact, he said it might be 2 or 3 years before he speak to her again. After that, I said, hey, you're going to take that out. Well, he said he got to protect himself. That man got a good job. He got a beautiful loft downtown. He's doing well. And she shows up there drunk at the Christmas dinner with family and friends around, and he had to have her put out. Did she even call him a fag and all this stuff? He was like, my mother's never done this before. She was just drunk and stupid. He had to put her out on Christmas Day. So I can imagine that was not an easy task for him to do. But he said in order for him to enjoy the rest of that Christmas Day, and then after she left, the atmosphere just completely changed. It was just like, oh, well, she just ruined everybody's Christmas. Dealing with these niggas. I don't even know what to say, y'all. It's disturbing. I don't even know what to say. Couldn't even tell you. I don't even know the correct answer to this. My friend was asking me about hiring folks for that restaurant. What can you do? You can't bring in some robots. If you're paying the correct wages, and you're trying to hire, because there are a lot of restaurants and places opening these days, and I'm sure people are going after. They just have a new French high-end restaurant, Nubo that just opened. I've been wanting to go check it out. But, I'm sure were able to hire the cream of the crop. Because that's a high-end restaurant. I don't know if they're getting good business there or not. I looked at the prices on that menu. I thought, this shit, I had to go online and look it up. I said, oh, this shit is expensive. But, listen, if you're going to business in 2023, just be prepared. You bring a bunch of black folks in there, you're going to have a problem. And you're going to have a very difficult time trying to make your business survive. And you got workers fussing, fighting, and arguing, and can't get along, won't take direction, showing up high on the job, showing up late if they show up at all. Good luck. This keeps getting worse and worse. These are just my thoughts and opinions. I'm sure you all have plenty to say about this subject matter. A lot of black folks, I don't know, sometimes we don't see this foolishness going on. We just ignore it. Or we've gotten so used to the dysfunction that we just accept it as normal. Everybody do that. White folks do it too. I don't know, I ain't worked a job in years, but I don't remember folks fighting. Oh, you know what, I'll take that back. I remember when I had that job at TJ Maxx, they sure did have a physical fight up there at that damn job. Yep, I remember that. It was a big scene too. They had a physical fight, and they didn't fire the people too. That was the shocking part. They kept their ass even after they had that physical fight. I thought that was kind of just keep on different shifts, but they did have a fight up there. I do remember that. Just thought about it. Well, maybe people have been fighting on jobs for years. I don't know. People at Ford Motor Company and Chevrolet and Chrysler and manufacturer, are they fighting on the job site? Does anybody know how often do fights and arguments happen at these job sites? Maybe is it more than just a black thing? I don't know. But anyway, today is Friday. I gotta go pick up this damn car. I guess I'm gonna catch Uber. So I got back home yesterday after I dropped it off and called Uber back. Actually, I'm not catching Uber. I got somebody come over here. I'm having to drop me off. I forgot. I had a client stop by. They're taking me. If he's going that way, he can drop me right up that dealership and pick up this damn car this morning. Trying to get back in for this traffic is bad. Anyway, in the meanwhile, I'm about to make me some breakfast. Today is Friday, January 6th. The year is 2023. These are just my thoughts and opinions about certain stuff. But I do think the black community is in trouble as a whole. Something's not right here. And I know the problem is this drinking, this drugs. We are headed down a path of self-destruction that's getting much worse. It's getting horrible. This is how I see it. Anyway, I'm out of here. Friday, January 6th, 2023. You all enjoyed this beautiful Friday. I might come back later and do another video.